a raffle ticket?
Need a raffle ticket.
Yeah.
Anybody here who hasn't got one?
Alright, we'll get the fun underway. Firstly, everyone, thanks very much for coming out this afternoon. The weather's been a bit humorous for us. My name's Tim Horsham, I'm the Managing Director of CHS Group, that is an owner of Wimmera Aqua Trail. Luke O'Connor, our manager here, and myself, we sat down a few months ago and we thought we'd have a bit of fun, obviously, with the name, but we'd also generate some interest in the town and put this thing together. It was probably, the turnout's probably a bit stronger than what we thought it was, so that's fantastic, and the Facebook interest has been fantastic as well. So we thought we'd put a comp together, and obviously an ideal prize was a lawnmower. So we Horsham Lawn Mower Centre, Phil Butch and his team down there, we partnered with them, and Phil couldn't come today, so here's an apology. But yeah, we've partnered with him, so it is an Aqua Trail and the Horsham Lawn Mower Centre joint running competition with Lawn Pawn. The entry, like I said, the entries are strong, and very interested to see who takes it out. The business itself, like Wimmera Aqua Trail, we're local, 100% locally owned, and it's been part of our group for about a dozen years. That means a bit for us, but the main thing for our company, one of our things is we shop locally, we buy uniforms here, we buy our tyres here, our cars are all bought locally, so the money that we generate, we re-inject back into the business, back into the town. We also donate tens of thousands of dollars into the town. The schools, the footy, cricket clubs, the hospitals, the Horsham Golf Club, places like the Riding for Disabled, those organisations and more. So it's very big for us that we donate back into the town. That's about it from us, but I'd ask Matt to come up from Lawn Pawn even. Come up and I'm not going to steal your thunder and talk about your product, A, because I don't know it, and B, you've driven a long way, so come up. And I'd also like you to draw out our door prize, so hence why the call for tickets. And we've got a few bits and pieces here for just a normal, just for a door prize.
Empty hands. No, it's all right. I've got one. Green A19. Who's got that? Who's got that?
Oh no! possibly could be taking the big prize out today. Brendan Askew, well done.
Hey, all right, no worries. Well, my name's Matthew Dawn, and I'm sort of known quite sort of famously now as the Lawn Pawn guy, and it's because of the name of my business. I can tell you a little bit about myself. Lawn Pawn was never really supposed to be a business. I do a government job, and part of my government job I have to chase people. And one day in 2016 I was chasing somebody and I tore my hamstring, and I was home for quite a few months repairing from that, obviously annoying my wife about how grumpy I was. My wife sort of said to me, she said, well, why don't you start that lawn page that you keep talking about that you're doing? I was extending my Santa Ana lawn out in the backyard after travelling for many years. So I started doing that. I started the Lawn Pawn page simply because one of my mates was calling my lawn pawn on my Facebook, and that was a good name, so I just went with that. And then it was just basically for a couple of months, myself and my colleagues competing against each other with lawn, sharing tips, and I started the lawn competition. At the time I was living in Whyalla, and Whyalla has a steelworks, it's the major employer. And that major employer was looking at shutting down, and of a town of 22,000 people, where this place employs about 6,000 people, that's obviously devastating. And people were very glum, so I thought I'd make a lawn competition just to get everybody's minds on what was happening, and organise some local prizes with local businesses to hopefully give them a boost. Initially it was just me and my mates doing the competition, And then all of a sudden, around a couple of months after running, while I was still running the competition, I had entries from all over Australia, and I realised that I was only supposed to be a Whyalla Port Augusta competition, and I didn't really say you couldn't enter if you're in New South Wales, so I just went with it. I had 22,000 entries in a month after that, and then it appeared on Sunrise, and then I thought, well, I better do something about it, and you know, I had a popular page of 22,000 people, and you can just say, oh, I've got a popular page of 22,000 people, or you can really work with it. And I decided to really work with it because I could see that a lot of people didn't know about lawn, but wanted to learn about it. So that's what my page is more or less all about. And so I'll tell you a bit of a funny story. We decided to do shirts, and I had quite a funny bloke making them at the time. It was quite a struggle to get him to make these shirts. I made 10 shirts, we put it on an online shop, we sold 1,000 shirts. So I had a real big problem, and then I just realised, wow. And then I did some competitions involving other people's products, and I put them up there. And I thought, well, I'd like to have, you know, and I've always seen the opportunity to, why can't we have the big stuff that's used at Adelaide Oval that comes in the 20-litre drums? Why do we have to take a lesser product when we go to our local shops that we like to support? So I spoke to a few people and come up with this range. So this is professional stuff. It's not new. It's just the same stuff that is what's used at your major ovals, your Adelaide Oval, MCG, Younger Golf Course, all the professional facilities. So I'll just quickly go through our products. Four Seasons is our granular fertiliser, and it's a dual slow controlled release, slow release nitrogen, slow release potassium. It's actually got sulphur in there, which helps the plant get other nutrients easily. It's also got iron to give you that deep green. And everybody knows granular. You throw it down, water it in, and that's how it works. The stuff has also got the micro prill, so that'll sit lower in your canopy, so when you mow it, the mower's not sucking up all the fertiliser you put down the previous week. So then we get into foliar fertilisers and products. And this is stuff that you spray down on your lawn after you've mixed it in a sprayer, and you don't need to water it in. It's a huge question that I've got asked. Root builder is a kelp from South Africa, and it's the best kelp that you can get for turf, simply because it's obtained from the Cape of South Africa, well away from ports and pollution. And instead of using heat or chemicals to extract the product, they put it in a big cylindrical drum and spin it around with centrifugal force, and that's how we get such a pure product. And this will triple the root mass of your lawn over a period of time of constant use. And one of the first fertilisers for people getting into to foliar fertilisers is Launch. Launch is a nice balanced fertiliser. It's also got kelp in that as well. It'll grow your root zone and improve the condition of your plant, give you a nice colour. When you've got your lawn in awesome condition, and you'll see a lot of the lawns that we've got up here, they've got that deep dark emerald green colour. They're using typically products which have got iron in it, and that's what green light is. And green light's good because it'll give you that deep dark green with the iron in it, but it doesn't cause the surge growth. It won't make the lawn grow fantastically fast. It'll just be like, so you don't have to mow it as much and keep the colour. So that's what golf courses and all these professional stadiums and that use when it's real showtime, your tournaments, when they want it looking the best. And sort of the in-between one is Charge, and Charge is a new product for us. It's also got iron in it for that deep green, but it's also got some growth hormones in it to make it grow really fast. So it's the times when you want a bit of leaf showing and a bit of leaf growth, and you want it to blend fast. Another product, and I know it's not our products that I wanted to talk about, very, very important. Everybody's gets winter grass during the winter and everything like that. Get a pre-emergent herbicide down. You want to deal with the product before, you want to deal with the weeds before they even come up. So this stuff here is Embargo by Turf Culture. Fantastic products. Get it down around about mid-March through to mid-April. You put it down, you water it in to get it into the root zone, and what it will do, it'll sit at where the weed seeds are, and it'll stop them germinating. We've also got another product not up here called Moist, which is a soil wetter. Sorry about the name of that. And we've also got some stuff here, Black Beetle, which is History. And we've also got a bit of a cheats one called Instagram, which is the turf picker. All right, well, first off, thank you for just a massive welcome that myself and my family have got to this town. Thanks to Wimmera Aqua Trail for really looking after us. Thanks to Horsham Lawn Centre for helping with the promotion and the prize. It's just amazing to me that I'm just a regular guy, and you know, I've done this page and I'm doing things like this, and there's just an amazing amount of people here. I'll just thank you very much. All right, to the winners of the competition. I'll go from, they wanted to do 5 finals, but they had issues, 6 finals. So before I do this, realise there's no voting of what I put on Facebook or anything like that. It's all me. So they're simply because they don't want to be witch hunted after everybody, you know, after everybody, you know, gets their placings. I will say this: it was really hard to choose between the lawns. I know because everybody's passionate about what they're doing. I've really enjoyed meeting everybody, and you know, you've got such a great town here. I've said to my wife that I want to move here, but she won't let me just yet, I don't think. But anyway, so it's totally the order that I've gone with. So if anybody's got a problem, you can witch hunt me. So, all right. So seeing as we've just had the lucky draw, I don't feel so bad now about saying number 6 was Brett Askew. Look, and congratulations to everybody that entered. It's quite a thing to do to have your lawn in the public eye there. The whole thing of these competitions is there you go. Excellent. He's got 2 lots of stuff now. He's well set up. Okay. Number 5 is Dean Lacken. We caught him this morning vacuuming his lawn. Okay, number 4 is Harry Conway. Harry had a beautiful front and backyard. Thanks. Really spot on. It's a pleasure to meet you. All right. Thank you. Okay, number 3 is Roger Mosquito. Sorry. Thanks very much.
Thanks very much for the whole group, and Luke and Matt. Thanks very much for everybody. Here you go. Pleasure being joined to sing. Thank you.
Number 2 is Dean Harburger. And it was a real nice place at Dean's. So that leaves us to our winner. And unfortunately, he couldn't make it today. He had an engagement with his family in Melbourne today, I believe. That's Dean Perry. We can give him a big round of applause. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Well, we'll do questions after.
Yeah, just in closing, I'd like to thank the Ace Radio Network also for coming in on a Sunday, and I think there's a bit of a broadcast on this afternoon, so thanks very much to you and your team. To the Watt staff, yeah, thank you very much, obviously, for the work you do day in, day out, but especially with this competition, there's been more phone calls, a bit more Facebook work and everything else, but just thank you generally. Matt, Heidi Shree and your lot, good luck in business, and hopefully we could do something similar again next year, but safe travels home. It was a pleasure to meet you this morning, and yeah, so that's about it. Thanks very much for turning out. It's been a fantastic turnout, and we'll see you later. Thank you.
There's some nice lawns out there.
We've even got the media here. This is Casey from Mix FM.
Mix FM, 3WM and the Weekly
There it is,
Advertiser.
there it
We
is.
do it all.
Ah, there you go.
Daddy done well, didn't he?
You done very well, didn't he? Yeah. Would you like a drink?